Episode of Peach State Championship Wrestling. We got a great show for you tonight. We're really excited to present our second live show. We hope you enjoy it. And don't forget that we are a minor league system for PSCW Wrestling. My friend Harold puts on, and I am the COO and co-announcer for the show on PSCW Live on his YouTube page. We got a great crowd here tonight. It's our largest crowd to date, which is only our second show, so it's not saying much. We are live here in Atlanta, Georgia at Georgia State College in the auditorium. And let's get ready for the show. Hello, Harold. Glad to have you. And we got a great show for you tonight. We're going to have a show opener. I'm going to come out and actually say a few words and let you know a little bit about us. Then we're going to have the Crazies, Drago Loco and Drago Ultimo, against the rejected Eric Stone and Jackson Townsend. And then sort of a rematch from last week without Olivia Richards. We got Sugarcane against Alexia Lovecraft. It is a non-title match, but we're going to just kind of see how Sugarcane can do up against the champion one-on-one, since she did so well last week. And we're going to have a match for redemption tonight, as Adam T will take on Devontae Wright again. And, you know, just to see, because he had a poor showing last week, and we just want to give him a chance to improve. And he may be having problems if he doesn't. Then we got another women's match here for you. We got Tia Grace against Holly Ann Baker, both making their debut on here in PSCW Live. And then our main event is Brody Marshall versus Lightning Lance Magnum. Again, Brody Marshall is our champion, but this is a non-title match. And let's go ahead and kick off the show. And like I said, you know, I'm coming out. I just want to address you guys and, you know, go over a few things about who we are and what we're here to do, and just give you a rundown of what Peach State Championship Wrestling is all about and what PSCW Championship Wrestling is all about. I guess you would say our mother broadcast. Let's see what the owner's got to say with the COO. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Peach State Championship Wrestling here at Georgia State University in the auditorium. And I'm so excited to be here for you tonight. I am your COO of PSCW, head show writer and showrunner for Peach State Championship Wrestling here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I just want to tell you, our goal here is to put on the best show possible for you every single time we come out here. You know, we'll have a rotating roster of superstars because we are the minor league for PSCW, based out of St. Louis, Missouri, ran by my friend Harold. And I'm also the co-announcer and COO of PSCW. And so we will have a revolving door. PSCW wrestlers will join us from time to time, and our wrestlers will be moving to them. But we will continue, no matter what happens, to put on the absolute best show that you deserve. And I just want to thank you for coming out. I can't tell you how pumped I am to have you all here and to have this show on the air here at Georgia State University. And our performance center is right down the street, so you know we're getting some good wrestlers coming in here. And again, I thank you for coming out. And, you know, I hope you understand that this is going to be awesome. I hope you are prepared for what you're about to see. We got some of the best up-and-coming superstars in wrestling to date. And we're training them here and breeding them here in Peach State Championship Wrestling here in Atlanta, Georgia. God bless you, and good night. Now that was our COO and head showrunner here for Peach State Championship Wrestling, me. And, you know, I just wanted to let you know what you got coming. You know, and we're really excited for this next match. These crazies, as they call themselves, are just some high flyers and some mean-looking dudes. And the Rejected are just some guys, you know, they came to me because they got kicked out of another promotion and asked me for a chance. And, you know, they got kicked out of the other promotion for being too rough, and they are on a short leash. And I just want to give them a chance here, and they understand they're on a short leash. But I want to see what they can do when they understand what is expected of them. You know, they feel rejected and they feel dejected by wrestling because they're having such a hard time moving up. But, you know, that's the name of the business. But I'm here to show them that being rejected is not a bad thing, because then you can end up in a promotion like PSCW and eventually, hopefully, BCW if they prove themselves. So we'll give them a chance here. You know, Eric Stone and Jackson Townsend, they're two big dudes. They're rough and tumble dudes, but the Dragos, the crazies as they call themselves, are not a team to be messed with either. So without further ado, let's go to the ring for the introductions.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 499 pounds, Drago Loco and Drago Ultimo, the Tweeners.
Okay, you got the crazies coming to the ring. Drago Ultimo being the bigger of the two, and Drago Loco being the smaller of the two. But I tell you what, I've seen these guys work, and they work so well together. And I think you will be highly impressed by their performance here tonight.
And
here come the Rejects.
At a combined weight of 559 pounds, Eric Stone and Jackson Townsend, the Naughty Guys.
All right, so you hear the Rejects getting their announcement again. Eric Stone being the bigger of the two, Jackson Townsend being the smaller. And, you know, we're excited for this match tonight. And we'll get things started. It looks like Jackson Townsend may be starting off the match against Drago Loco. Actually, Eric Stone is going to start the match. So let's get this started. We got the quicker guy starting against the bigger guy. Let's see how things go. And there's the bell. Oh, and Eric Stone starts out with a vicious clothesline. And Drago Loco is down and hurt already. But then he's back up. His Irish whips into his corner. With a forearm to the face. And a stomp to the leg. He's going to take those big tree trunk legs out. And he's going to work on the arms. But, he does that twist and drop on that arm. That'll make your arm go numb. You'll be fighting the whole match to get your feelings back, folks. And he does another pull and some kind of drag over. Then he's stomping on the leg again. Eric Stone getting manhandled here by the little guy. Oh, and then an STO. And then he tags in his partner, Drago Ultimo, the big guy. And Eric Stone, a big clothesline. Maybe he should have kept Drago Loco in the match. But Eric Stone coming back. And then the Irish whips him into his corner. Maybe going for the tag. And he will. Looks like they're going for a tag team move. Let's see what they got in store for us. A very large over the back toss. And a stomp to the face by Jackson Townsend on Drago Ultimo. And a drop kick from Jackson. And then a splash. And it looks like the fans not a big fan of Jackson Townsend here tonight. They were enjoying the fast-paced, hard hitting that was in there. And then Jackson Townsend has come in and slowed it down with some punches. An Irish whip. And then a reverse atomic drop's got Drago Ultimo leaning against the ropes, not putting up much offense at all. And a double leg takedown. And a whip across the ring onto the ropes, right on his neck. And Jackson Townsend seems to say, it's time to go. Then we got the hot tag to Loco, who comes in with a drop kick to take Townsend down. And then a slap, but Townsend shakes it off. And then another drop kick knocks him to the ground. Oh, the clothesline takes him down. It looks like he's going for the hot tag. And he did get it. Oh, and a drop kick to Eric Stone. He slaps off, and then a big clothesline to Drago Loco. And then pinned against the ropes there. Eric Stone with an Irish whip. And then they just collide and stop what they're doing. And then Loco with an Irish whip. And another forearm to Eric Stone. We've seen him use that move a little earlier. Then Eric Stone with an Irish whip. Loco goes over the ropes. He's going to come back in the hard way with a belly-to-belly. And then Eric Stone showing the viciousness that the Rejects are known for. Just forearming him to the face. And again, those are not illegal because he is using the forearm and not the straight fist. Oh, and then an axe handle to the back. Oh, Loco misses it and again starts chopping down that big tree that is Eric Stone. And the Irish whips him over the ropes. Oh, and he doesn't bring him back in at all. He knocks him out over the apron and goes outside. Got to question his judgment going outside with the big man. And I guess he questioned it too, so he throws him right back in. Loco springboards over the top and then a forearm to the back of the head. It takes a second to adjust his trunks and got Eric Stone into the corner. Turns him around. What's he going to do? Oh, he was going to try to pick him up, but Eric Stone reversed it. And then he does an Irish whip of his own and tags in Jackson Townsend. What a match we got going here tonight. Oh, double elbow and then a senton leg drop. And then a hot tag. They got to question their judgment and not trying to get him away. And then Ultimo has really not put any offense forth. You know, I'm just not really impressed with what Ultimo's doing here tonight. And Jackson Townsend going for the pin. And only gets a 1 count. He's going to do a lot more before he puts the big man out. Oh, kick to the gut. And Drago Ultimo is just not putting up any offense. Oh, and then a forearm to the face. Takes him to the ground. And a chop, which Ultimo seems to shake off. Let's see what's coming next. Oh, a Falcon Arrow suplex. And Jackson Townsend whips him into the corner. Ultimo reverses it. But then Eric Stone grabs him and suplexes him out of the ring. Oh my goodness. And then Jackson Townsend looks to be sizing him up. Oh, and he hits the cross body, but at what cost? It seems that he picks him up. And the referee's on a 2 count. Oh, and a vicious DDT. It seems, if I could see through that mask, it seems he is busted open. Oh, and then he throws him into the railing. You better watch the count. Oh, Oh, and he throws him again on the railing. Referee's on a 4 count now. Oh, and kicks him in the back of the leg. I'll tell you what, these rejected are really doing a number on Ultimo. Man, on a 7 count, these guys better get back in the ring and get back in the ring quickly. And Ultimo seems to be worried about Eric Stone, but then he throws Jackson back into the ring and makes it back in just in time. It's his first little bit of offense, it seems, coming up here. And the Irish whips Jackson Townsend into the corner, and he makes a tag to his partner. And this they call, ladies and gentlemen, the crazy stomp, where they take turns tagging in and out and basically just stomping the crap out of their opponent. And then he's going to Irish whip Loco into him for a drop kick. And that's really the first offense that Ultimo's put out. Loco's really carried the match for the Dragos, for the Crazies. They got a kick to the stomach. And Townsend is dragging Ultimo, slams his head off the apron. Looks like he's interested in busting him open too. I'm really impressed with these rejects right now with the flip and then the elbow to the back of the head. You know, Jackson Townsend and Eric Stone are really taking it to these guys here tonight. And Loco throws Townsend back into the ring. And what are they doing? They're just kind of slowing the pace down here. Irish whip into the corner. Oh, and now Loco is busted open. And Townsend hits a twist of fate. 1, 2. And Ultimo saves the match. I think a twist of fate out of nowhere from Jackson Townsend could have ended it all if not for Ultimo. But he's setting him up for something here. Oh, a tilt-a-whirl Falcon Arrow. And he's going for another pin. 1, 2, 3. And ladies and gentlemen, the rejects are your winners here tonight. What a match. What a match. And gotta really question the Crazies not really happy with their performance here tonight. I mean, Loco did all he could, but Ultimo just did not perform. And in the end, it just caught up to him. And these rejects worked so well as a team that, you know, it's just, I'm really impressed with those guys. You know, they may be looking to hold a tag team belt here soon. But we are yet to see. And again, there are your winners, the Rejects.
Stone and Jackson Townsend, the Naughty Guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to our next match here, which is going to be our women's champion, Alexia Lovecraft, against Sugarcane. And like I said, this is a rematch of sorts from last week's Triple Threat, where Sugarcane was successful in her debut, but she did not pin the champion. She pinned Olivia Richards. And so she wanted a shot at the champ one-on-one to prove that she could pin the champ and that she deserves to be here. And since my friend Harold, the CEO of BCW and the CEO of PSCW, has given me full run of this show down here in the great state of Georgia, I chose to go ahead and give her the match because PSCW is all about proving who you are and making yourself better and moving up to BCW, where the big boys play, to steal a line from the old WCW days. And the big ladies play there too. And I don't mean size, I mean skill. You have to catch these BCW matches, I'm telling you. But let's go down to the ring for the introduction of our superstars.
Making her way to the ring from Detroit, Michigan, the Women's Champion, Alexia Lovecraft, Champion.
Now, Alexia Lovecraft is our champion. Her sister Morgan is also at our performance center right now. And she is going to debut with us eventually, but not right now. I'm just getting a text from the boss, and he said he's got some news that he might want me to break.
From Los Angeles, California.
And I just kind of need to know what it is, boss, and I'll be glad to do it. And here comes Sugar Cane, who had a very impressive debut last week in the triple threat match. But let's see what she can do one-on-one with the champion. Ladies and gentlemen, and I'm getting the text. Our boss is talking about. Now, you may ask how Sugarcane has got fireworks when nobody else has any, and we say we don't have it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, she is so adamant about having fireworks, she paid for them herself. So, who am I to argue with her? As we start this match, and Sugarcane with the famouser right off the bat, going for a pin. There is no way this match is going to end this quick. And the champ kicks out at 2. But what the boss was just texting me about is in BCW, we've got just debuted on our last show is the Knockouts Fighters. In the Knockouts title, these guys will fight inside of a cage every week, and their whole point is to knock the other competitor unconscious. Well, he cannot answer a 10 count. I mean, he doesn't even have to try to answer a 10 count. They have to knock him unconscious. As Sugarcane is about to knock Alexia unconscious with those punches to the head, and our champion is looking rough. And Sugarcane going for a pin again, but only a 1 count this time. You got to do more than that, Sugar, to beat the champion. But again, back to the KOs. And what we're considering doing with the format, we're still in the works, but we may actually give the KOs a show with the women and then do the main BCW show, because we think the women deserve more time too than they're getting. It's sort of a modified figure 4 of sorts by Sugarcane here. And the champ is back up though, after fighting out of it. And then a fisherman's suplex takeover. But I'm telling you, this KO division in the BCW is just so exciting. You know, we had our first match. Go to Harold's YouTube page, and you can watch last week's show, or this week's show, I'm sorry. I don't have the link right now, but I'm sure it will be shared in WWE 2K Call World, and my boss, the big cheese, may share it in the comments if he has a chance here. With a kick to the face to the champion after she tried to show a little offense. But this KO division is going to be really, really exciting. And if we do split it up into 2 shows with the knockouts, we're going to have the knockouts, which is our beautiful, very talented women. And then the knockout division, which is, and a splash, and then another knees to the gut. And Sugarcane doing a little bit of twerk in there. And then the flying leg drop, or whatever you want to call that. And then the pin, 1, 2, 3. And Sugarcane, ladies and gentlemen, has pinned our champion in a non-title match. What an impressive match here by Sugarcane tonight. I know I spent a lot of time talking about the KO division, but ladies and gentlemen, this match was just top notch, as you can see from the replays here. And I do see But the CEO of PSCW did share his YouTube page in the link of the comments. So if you go to the comments, it's in there. Just click that and you can go watch all of the PSCW shows that are on there. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I am shocked. Sugar Cane in her second match with Peach State Championship Wrestling has pinned the champion in a non-title match. What an impressive debut this young lady is having. We may not have her here long. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to our next match, which is again another rematch from last week, and what I'm calling the redemption match, because after last week's match, Adam T lost within like 2 minutes to Devontae Parker, and I went back and I did the bad news that I informed him that if he does not perform well in this match, he may be looking for a job. I can't say whether I will choose to fire him now. He doesn't have to win the match, but I need to see a better performance than a 2-minute loss when you call yourself the knockout. Excuse me. You know, when you call yourself the knockout king or whatever he calls himself. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I know what he calls himself, but when you call yourself the knockout, you know, you ought to be able to knock somebody out and not lose within 2 minutes. So we'll have to see Adam's performance tonight. Let's go down to the ring for the introductions. Devontae Parker, I don't know why he's not already out to the ring. I only have to talk to him about this entrance. He did this last week too. You know, taking forever. And I'm going to have to work on that. He's going to have to be ready to go. But, you know, he calls himself Mr. Amazing.
From Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, weighing in at
you know, we'll have to see.
240 pounds, Mr. Amazing.
And again, like I said, I told him if they wanted pyro, they had to pay for it themselves. So these guys are going out and getting fireworks. You know, I've got it approved from the fire marshal, but they're paying for them themselves. Anybody that has pyro within Peach State Championship Wrestling has paid for it out of their pocket. You know, because I told them, you know, PSCW and BCW, we're about the matches. We're not about the glitz and the glamour and the, you know, you got more show than go, and that's not what we're about. We're about what happens in the ring, and that's what we're excited to present to you. Old school personalities proving themselves in the ring week in and week out like the guys of old. And as Devontae Parker awaits the entrance of Adam T. Adam T is here, and here we go. Let's see if Adam T can perform better. Collar and elbow tie him. Devontae Parker throws him to the ground. Another collar and elbow tie up Devontae Parker around the back, and a belly-to-belly sidewalk takeover, and then a punch to the face. Oh, and then a block, and then a kick to the face. Adam T again, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. This guy is not putting on a good match. And then a knee to the back of the head by Devontae, and then grinding his face into the mat. Oh, and Adam reverses it, trying to get a little off this. There's a clothesline from Adam, and a punch to the back. Oh, and there goes Devontae. A neck breaker. A modified neck breaker, and just Adam T, ladies and gentlemen, reverses it with a head to chin, and then he picks him up. What's he going to do here? Oh, and a flapjack. It's his first signs of life here. He kicks him in the back, and he's working on that back, and working on that arm. You know, Devontae Parker's got the speed, but when your back is hurt, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, there's not much you can do. And then a belly-to-belly, over-the-head slam. Just Adam T. is just, and Devontae hits that move. And a kick out after two. Devontae showboating a little bit, and I honestly think he has time. Because Adam T putting up no offense here, ladies and gentlemen. And Devontae's got him in an arm hold, trying to weaken those arms. And is trying to get out of it. And does. But again, Devontae Parker with the chop block. And Adam T rolls out of the ring trying to gather himself. And if he wants to do something, he should put forth some effort. And then a punch to the face from Devontae knocks Adam T outside of the ring. And Adam T with the the dragon takeover. But Devontae still, Adam T, the fireman's carry, trying to put some offense outside the ring with some punches and a slam. Looks like he's going to take him and slam him onto the apron, and he does. But they both got to be listening to the referee. He's on a 5 count. Oh, and he reset it. He must have... Devontae Parker must have went in the ring just enough to reset it. And Adam T is proving him, is finally getting some offense, but it's all outside, so it's not going to do him any good if he can't perform inside that ring. Oh, and Devontae with a spinning leg kick. And the referee is on a 7 count. Adam T back into the ring. Devontae Parker doing another, a little bit more showboat, and Adam T brings himself up. But again, Devontae Parker is just tearing him a new one. And ladies and gentlemen, I, as the showrunner here, am not impressed with Adam T. Oh, and now some sort of leg lock with squats. This leg lock working on those knees. And here goes the count. 1, 2. And Adam T kicks out again. Devontae spits something out of his mouth. Larry's number. No, I do not, boss. And looks like Devontae's trying to drag him into the corner, and the referee got in the way, and it's allowing Adam T to get it loose. And it looks like, oh, what a move by Adam T. Finally showing some offense, going for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out after 2. Do not have Larry's number. Not sure what you're talking about, boss. And Adam T finally showing some signs of life after taking a beating so far. Oh! And he's going to, and that foot to the face. He's trying for a pin again. 1, 2, 3, and oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Adam T, after taking the beating of his life from Devontae Parker, has upset him and came back for the win. Still not sure how I feel about his overall performance, though. But the boss is watching, so we'll discuss it with him and see what he has to say.
Here is your winner, Adam!
And Adam wins. Devontae lays outside. And again, I am shocked by this outcome after Adam got his clock clean for most of the match. But we'll move on to our next match now, which is Tia Grace against Holly Ann Baker. Two of our up-and-coming women here. Now, Tia wears that mask out to the ring because she says She doesn't wrestle in it, but she does wear it out to the ring because she says she wants to be judged by her talent and not her looks. And I just think you'll be impressed with both of these ladies here tonight. I've seen them both perform, and they both put on a really good show. So, Holly Ann Baker's the sister to our tag team champions, the Baker boys. And, they all grew up on the farm. So they're all stronger than they look. They're wrestling cows and pigs and chasing chickens faster and stronger than they look. And Tia, not much is known about her. And it looks like the boss. And yes, I know who Larry is with the yellow mask. Boss, I see that text message from you. Here is
making
Tia
her way
Grace.
to the ring from New Orleans, Louisiana, Tia Grace.
And as you heard, she is from New Orleans. She grew up. Her grandmother was a practicing voodoo priestess, and it had an impact on her. But she does not practice it herself. But she is a unique individual once you get to know her. And she is a unique performer, and I think you'll be highly impressed with her tonight. And as she steps back and gets ready for Holly Ann to come out.
And her opponent, from Tulsa, Oklahoma,
And there's our
Holly
okay
Ann
girl.
Baker.
Skipping to the ring like the little innocent girl. But I tell you what, once she gets into the ring, you'll see anything but innocent. And I stand corrected. It looks like Tia is going to wrestle with the mask on. And here's Holly. Showing off for the fans. The fans seem to like her so far. But let's go to the match. Yes, and Tia is going to wrestle with the mask on. Oh, and what a show of sportsmanship between these two debuting wrestlers. Shaking hands before the fight, and there's the bell. And they come out with a collar and elbow tie-up, and Tia pushes Holly back into the corner. And the referee's, looks like the referee's going to get in there and break it up. Let's see if it's a clean break. And it will be. But then a kick to the gut by Tia, and a floating neck breaker to Holly. And Tia starts off early with the offense. And another collar and elbow tie up into a headlock. And Holly breaks free with an Irish whip, a drop down, and then a jump over, and then a drop toe hold to put her down. Oh, and then she walks across her back with those boots on. And these boots are made for walking, ladies and gentlemen. And then Tia is pushing her into the ropes with an Irish whip, breaking out of that headlock. And she does a leapfrog, and then a drop down, another drop down. And Holly grabs the ropes to stop the momentum. And then Holly with an Irish whip to Tia in the corner. Oh, and then she does an airplane spin Hurricane Rana to Tia Grace. I'm telling you what, I'm impressed with both of these ladies so far here tonight. And Tia with a snapmare takeover, and then a kick right to the back. And another kick right to the back. Oh, and a kick to the face that time. She is not taking it light on the Holly here tonight. And then she's going to got her in that arm hold. And Holly punches her in the gut to get out of it. And does break free. And Holly Irish whips her into the corner hard. And then wipes her feet with her. And then goes for the pin, one, and just a one count. She's going to have to do a lot more than that to beat Tia Grace. Oh, and Holly with a snapmare takeover. And then, a knee to the back, and then she's going to do that arm cross and drive that knee into the small of the back. But Tia, look at that strength. Look at that strength to tip Holly over and get out of that move. Oh, and then a straight right to the face. And then Irish whips Holly into the corner. Oh, and she goes for the Meteora into the corner, and Holly gets out of the way. And then she Irish whips Holly again. What is she going to do now? Putting Holly up to the top rope. What is going to happen here? Oh, my. A face plant from the top rope. And then Tia stomps that shoulder. What a stomp. We're going for the pin. One count. You're going to do a lot more than that, Tia, to get down that country girl. And Tia whips her into the corner and misses a drop kick in the corner. Oh, and then Holly with a spin kick to the face. And then an Irish whip. And an elbow that is blocked by Tia. And Tia goes for a leg sweep, and Holly steps over and says, "Not in my house." Oh, and then there's the elbow that she was going for earlier. Oh, and Tia with a kick to the gut to block whatever move Holly was going for. Oh, and then back to the Irish whip to the corner. Tia turns her around. What's she got planned for her now? A spinning DDT from the second rope. Ladies and gentlemen, what a match. Tia's going to the top. What's she going to do here? Oh, it looked like a Houston hangover. And 1, 2, 3, and Tia Grace is your winner after a spectacular match by both ladies. Either one of them deserved to get the win here tonight, but Tia is the one that comes out on top. What a performance here tonight by both ladies. And I'm telling you what, this women's division here at Peach State Championship Wrestling is going to be good. If we don't lose them to BCW quick.
Here is your winner,
celebrating her win. And it's a really great match. And we're going to move on, ladies and gentlemen, to our main event. We have our champion, Brody Marshall. He likes to call himself Buzz because he says he generates the buzz around here. And he's the one that gets the name out. He puts the butts in the seats, as he says. And then he's versing Lightning Lance Magnum. Lightning Lance Magnum debuted last week in a argument in the middle of the ring against Brody, and he told him that he took a time machine from the 1980s to come to present day to teach these young kids what real wrestling was all about. So I'm interested to see what real wrestling looks like here tonight with Lance Magnum making his debut, and let's go to the ring for the introductions.
Making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, the world heavyweight champion, Brody Marshall.
Now, Brody Marshall is from right here in Atlanta, Georgia. He is a homegrown boy. And he's got a mean look on his face, but he's actually a very good guy. He loves his fans, and the fans love him. And he told me tonight that he really feels like this match is beneath him, and that he really didn't want to fight a cartoon character when him being the heavyweight champion of the world. Or, he said world, but he was trained by Chris Jericho when Chris Jericho spent his time down here in WCW, and a name that WWE will not mention. He was also had some training from Chris Benoit before the tragedy that happened, and
his opponent,
so I mean he's trained by some of the best
California, weighing in
when
at
WCW was still here and he was younger as a teenager.
Lance Magnum.
He did some training with Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho took him to the power plant, WCW's power plant, and he had a fun time down there. But I mean, he was really young then, and then he worked with Chris Benoit as a teenager, and now as an adult, he spent some time with a lot of the wrestlers that train down here, and Michael P.S. Hayes is one of them that he worked with as well. He's got a lot of experience. That's why he likes to call himself the Buzz, because he thinks he is the man because he learned from some of the greatest to ever lace up the boots. Because Michael P.S. Hayes, as you know, is from the bad streets of Georgia, Atlanta, GA. So let's go get this match started. Collar and elbow tie. Lightning Lance Armstrong with the arm twist to our champ. Got him down on one knee already, but the champ breaks out of it and does a shoulder block and knocks Lightning Lance Armstrong to the ground and then stomps him in the back. Again, the champ said that he felt like this match was beneath him, but so far Lightning Lance has given it to him. But the champ can take it as well as he can dish it out, so I don't see any problems recovering from those matches. And as you see, he's already got Lightning Lance rolling around here. And then he's got him in the arm hold. Oh, and he slams that arm to the ground as he twists it around. Oh, that could dislocate his shoulder, and it kicks him right in the face. Come on, champ. And then a stomp to the face. Oh, and then he punches him. Champ not really interested in having a wrestling match tonight. He just wants to punch him. And Lightning Lance does an arm drag takeover standing. And then a couple of kicks to the face. And a stomp to the back of the head. And another stomp to the back of the head. And the champ is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Lightning Lance trying to get that feeling back in his arm. The champ blocks that punch and gives one of his own. But then Lightning Lance picks him up and throws him out of the ring onto the concrete. I have never seen our champ manhandled like this. I mean, we don't know much about this Lightning Lance Magnum. Oh, and a champ with a belly to back onto the concrete. But we do know that he appears to have a lot of wrestling skill. But the champ just gives him a kick to the back. The champ's looking for a fist fight. I think Lance may have made a mistake taking it to the outside. The champ throws him back in. Buzz punches him in the back. And he spins him around. There's an Irish whip into the corner. And Buzz, with the clothesline, knocks Lightning Lance down. I think Lightning Lance may have met his match here with the arm stomp. Yeah, he is. The champ's looking to dislocate his shoulder here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And then the champ, Brody Marshall, with that delayed suplex DDT combo. And there you see the champ doing a little showboating. And then he goes for the pin. And a kick out. Lightning Lance, tougher than we thought, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't expect much from him, but he came in here, he wanted a match, so we gave him a match. Lightning Lance picks him up. There's a knee breaker on Brody, and now he's got him in that neck twist, and that'll just do a number on your neck. He slams his head back onto the mat. And sets him up. Looks like it's going to be a suplex. A slightly delayed suplex takes him over, showing his strength. Ladies and gentlemen, this Lightning Lance Magnum really impressing me tonight. But here comes the champ with a drive-by drop kick to the side of the head. And here he's going. Oh, a little stomp for good measure there to the gut. I hope it was a gut injury. Now he's working on that leg with numerous elbow drops. Taking Lightning Lance all the way around the ring. Oh, and here he goes again. Looks like he's tired of working on the arm. Now he's going to dislocate a kneecap. And just tearing this big Lance Magnum down. Now he's just staring at him as he lays on the ground. Waiting for him to get up. He's sizing him up. What is going to happen? Oh, whatever was going to happen was blocked by Lance Magnum. And then Lance Magnum with a power bomb to the champion. 1, 2, 3. And ladies and gentlemen, Lightning Lance Magnum with a power bomb has pinned our champion here tonight. I cannot believe this. I am flabbergasted, ladies and gentlemen. What a match. And what a performance all our superstars put on tonight. It has been a great PSCW show here tonight. And as Lightning Lance Magnum celebrates his victory over our champ, earning him a contract with PSCW. If he did come here in a time machine, ladies and gentlemen, he has proven himself worthy. And for BCW, the big guy up in St. Louis, the CEO, Harold, and myself, JT Akers, the COO, and the showrunner here, we thank you for tuning in to Peach State Championship Wrestling, and we will see you next time.